Hello and happy Marketing Monday, everyone. It's that time again where Kid Glove, your boutique advertising agency out of Lincoln and Omaha, Nebraska, are here to give you some marketing tips. My name is Catherine Warren. I am the Chief Operating Officer here at Kid Glove, and I work mostly in the community health arena. So most of my clients are in public health, behavioral health, grant funded programs, or offices throughout the state and otherwise that focus on the key important messages that we need to educate our community on public and behavioral health. So today, I thought I would talk a little bit more about that very important grant funding that you all use to run your programs and how to be most mindful of every dollar that you have by making the best use of your marketing agency. So there's lots of different ways to work with a marketing agency, and the benefit of working with a marketing agency is we are able to craft your message to give you that professional, reputable look that is so important, and messaging that is so important to people listening to what you have to say, to partaking in your programs, to paying attention to those very important messages that you have to tell our community about. So, giving that professional look, providing that professional copy and the way that you talk about yourselves helps people trust what you have to say. Also, marketing agencies can really help you get the word out. So we know the tips and tricks and tools and vehicles in order to get your message to as many people as possible, which is key to your work. You need people to know what you have to say. So that's why you should work with a marketing agency if the funding is there. However, we want to be the most mindful of every grant dollar that you have. And so there are ways to work with marketing agencies that make more sense for community health organizations. And I'm here to give you 4 tips on how to make the most mindful and best use of those grant funds through your marketing agency. So, step 1, be thoughtful about what projects you send your marketing agency's way. So you probably do way more marketing than you even think throughout the year. For every program that you offer, for every piece of information that you have to share, it's probably going on a website, on social media, on flyers, on posters, on postcards, you name it. There are a lot of pieces to the information that you have to share. Not all of those perhaps need to go to your marketing agency. What I would encourage you to do is think about the heavy hitters, the big pieces that your marketing agency could help you with that would provide you with a lot of language and a lot of images that you could use on the smaller pieces that you do throughout the year. So a great project for a marketing agency is a website, or redoing your website, or refreshing your website, because again, that's going to be a lot of language that you can use in other vehicles. It's going to be a lot of imagery throughout your website that you can use other places. So that's a great one to have your marketing agency help with. Another one would be perhaps a large brochure. If you have a brochure that has a lot of program information in it, or has a lot about your mission or your messages, that would be a good one for your marketing agency to take on too, because again, you can take all that language that they wrote in your brochure, you can take all the images that they use throughout it, and you can use those pieces in other areas. So perhaps you use them on social media. You pull out a few lines here and there, and you have months and months of social media posts already written for you. Maybe you pull out some key pieces for a postcard or a flyer that you could make on your own, because you already have this voice and this very professional image and the way that you're talking about yourself through the pieces that your marketing agency helped you with. Not a lot of you do fundraising, but if you do, if you have big fundraising pieces that you're working on, that's a great place where a marketing agency is going to really dig into why people should help you or why people should support you and give you a lot of that key information as well. The other pieces, of course, to consider having your marketing agency help you with are ones that you don't have the resources on staff to be able to create. So if you want to run digital advertising or you want to do other things where you need development or website development skills, those are probably ones to pass on to your marketing agency. Videos are another one where you probably may not have on staff the resources able to create and edit videos. So again, that would be a good one to get your marketing agency's help with. So think big pieces, think key messaging that you could use on other pieces throughout the year, think key imagery that you could pull out and use in other places. Those are the ones to send to your marketing agency to get help with that you can extend further into other projects. Number 2, make sure when you are working on a project with your marketing agency that you are collecting all the feedback on your end before providing it back to your marketing agency. So let's say that your marketing agency did work on a brochure for you. Well, if you can take that brochure and run it past your committee and run it past your supervisors and run it past any other key stakeholders that need to provide feedback on that piece before you send it back to your marketing agency, that will be the most efficient and effective use of those grant dollars. Most marketing agencies bill on an hourly basis, as you probably are aware if you've worked with one of us before. So the more times that we send a piece back and forth, the more amount of time will be billed to your organization. So again, having that all the conversations that you need to have with key stakeholders before providing feedback to your marketing agency on a piece will really add up in the end. It might be just kind of dollars and cents here and there, but when you look at the overall year of work with your agency, that is a way to save a tremendous amount and make sure that you're using the best, making the best use of those grant funds. Make sure that you're saving funds for those big projects. So, when you're talking to your marketing agency, think about not just what you want to do tomorrow, think about what you want to do for the year so that you can make sure that you're holding back funding for those key pieces that you need throughout the year. So maybe you have one big event or program that you need help making sure everybody knows about. That's something to definitely reserve funds for and make sure that you have those so that your marketing agency can help you. Maybe you're planning a video series. Maybe you are seeing down the pipeline some public health information that you know is coming. A lot of times we do, right? Making sure that you're saving the funding so that your marketing agency can help you on those big pieces where you need to spread the word the most. So be thoughtful about that and be planning for the year and where you really could use that marketing agency's help the most. Along those lines, a little bit of reserve funding for your marketing agency is a good idea too, because you do never know when that next key piece of information might come out or that next key piece of public health or behavioral health that you didn't even see coming. We're kind of living through that right now, right? So making sure that you have funds set aside to address any emergency needs or any needs to get the word out quickly about an issue. And then finally, and this is a big one, and perhaps I should have started with this one, anytime you do start a project with your marketing agency, make sure that you are thinking about the why behind that marketing piece. And there is always a why. So let's say that you are doing a brochure about a key program. Why do you have that program? Why does it exist? Who is it impacting? Who is it helping? think about that when you're creating, before you work with your marketing agency, so that you can come to the table with those thoughts and those ideas that are going to help them make the very best use of their time and be able to hit the ground running when they're starting to work on your piece. So the more you can think about the why behind you, why you do what you do, and providing that information to your marketing agency when you do a discovery meeting or a kickoff meeting for a project, that is what's going to allow them to say, yep, we get it, let's go. Let's spread the important message that you have to share. So that's what I have to share with you today. I want to thank you all so much for your time and for all that you do in the community to make this community great. If you want to learn more, you can do so at kidglove.com/communityhealth, and we will have another Marketing Monday to see you at soon. Thank you again. Have a good day. Bye-bye.